Hello dear students, good evening to everyone. Okay, please let me check the sound first. Is it clear? Sound and screen both are clear. Hello dear students, good. Okay, now start the transition and the inner transition element. Which among the following metals is refined by electrolytic method? So aluminium is the answer. Aluminium is refined by electrolytic method. Electrolytic stand for electrolysis or electrometallurgy. By using electrometallurgy, aluminium can be refined. How is ore of aluminium concentrated? Aluminium ore is concentrated by using leaching process. Leaching is the one of the process by which aluminium can be concentrated. Name the metal that is purified by placing the impure metal on sloping heart of river battery furnace and heating that above its melting point in the absence of air. Copper. So copper is a metal that is purified by placing the impure metal on sloping heart of river battery furnace. Which metal is refined by Mond process? Nickel. Nickel is a metal is refined by Mond process. Name the reagent that is used in leaching of gold. By using leaching of gold, sodium cyanide is used. NaCN. Sodium cyanide is used. Name the process that is employed to refine aluminium. Hoops process. Hoops is the name of process is used to refine the aluminium. IMP question, very important question. Name the amount not a mineral of iron. Magnesite. Magnesite is not a mineral of iron. IMP question. Which among the following is not a mineral of iron? Magnesite. Which element is obtained in the pure form by Van Arkel method? Titanium. Titanium is a metal obtained by the Van Arkel method, purification technique. Bauxite, the ore of aluminium, is purified by Hall's process. Bauxite, Al2O3. Al2O3. Which of the following is used to separate the wolframite and the stannic oxide present in cassiterite? Magnetic separation. Magnetic separation is the method by which the stannic oxide and cassiterite can be separated. Becermenation process used for extraction of copper. Becermenation process is used in the extraction of the copper. Limestone is used as a flux in the extraction of iron. This is again the very important question for 2026 CET exam. Limestone is used as a flux in the extraction of iron. Which of the following metal occurs in native state? Occurs in native state. Platinum. Platinum is the metal occurs in native state in the pure form. In leaching of alumina from bauxite by Baer process, the ore is treated with NaOH, sodium hydroxide. By using sodium hydroxide, bauxite ore can be leached. Which of the following is not the mineral of iron? Not the mineral of iron. Corundum. Corundum is not a mineral of iron. Again, this is important question for 2026 CET exam. Which reaction from following occurs at 2000 Kelvin in blast furnace for extraction of iron? Carbon plus O2 gives carbon monoxide. Carbon plus O2 2 gives carbon monoxide. Which following method is used for refining of impure zirconium? Refining of impure zirconium, Van Erkel method. Which among the following element is obtained by pure form by zoned refining process? Zoned refining, germanium. Which among the following ore is concentrated by the fourth potassium process? Galena, Galena PBS. Lead sulfide stand for galena. Zirconium is refined by Van Erkel method. Van Erkel method is used for the refining of zirconium. Identify the process of refining to obtain pig tin. Liquation. Liquation is the process by which the pig tin can be refined. Which of the following metal is refined by vapor phase refining? Vapor phase refining, nickel. Vapor phase refining is the nickel. Which among the following is the mineral of magnesium? Magnesite. Magnesite is the mineral of magnesium. Which among the following element is obtained in pure form by liquefaction process of refining? Tin. Liquefaction process of tin. Which among the following set of elements present in chalcopyrite? Very important, CuFeS2. Chalcopyrite, CuFeS2. IMP question for 2026 CET exam. How many moles of gaseous oxygen at 1 atmosphere is considered? इलिंगन डायग्राम नका करू. नाही क्वेश्चन, इलिंगन डायग्रामचा क्वेश्चन नाही आहे. Which mineral among the following contain vanadium in it? Carnotite. Identify the mineral from the following containing aluminium. Cryolite. Na3Al F6 is called as a cryolite. Na3Al F6. Which following compound acts as a flux in extraction of copper for copper pyrite? Silica, SiO2. Which among the following is the mineral of copper? Azurite. Which of the following magnetic impurity present in cassiterite? FeWO4. Iron tungsten oxide. Which of the following compound is formed when tungsten absorbs oxygen gas? Tungsten trioxide. Tungsten, WO3. Tungsten trioxide. Identify the product formed when bauxite is treated with sodium hydroxide. Sodium metaaluminate. NaAlO2. NaAlO2. Which of the following metal refined using tungsten filament heating in a vessel? Zirconium. Which of the following element refined by zoned refining? Gallium is a liquid actually. Gallium is a liquid. What is the melting point of zinc? 692 Kelvin. Which among the following pair of percentage of carbon cast iron is true? cast iron, 4% hard and brittle. IMP question 2026. Which among the following changes occur 900 Kelvin in blast furnace? Reduction of ore by carbon monoxide. Again, this is important for 2026. What is the temperature needed for decomposition of lime? Again, IMP question 2026. Identify the mineral of iron. Siderite. IMP question 2026. Which mineral among the following contains zinc? Willemite. Willemite contains the zinc. Which of the following process for refining of metal involves the principle of selective adsorption of the component from the mixture? Chromatography is the technique actually. Chromatography. Which among the following process occur at 1500 Kelvin in blast furnace? Slag formation. What is the formula of calamine, zinc carbonate? IMP question 2026. Identify the mineral of aluminium from the following. Aluminium diaspore. Same question. What is the product formed when bauxite ore treated with sodium hydroxide, sodium meta-aluminate, NaAlO2. What is the role of tires used in blast furnace for extraction of iron? To blow a blast of preheated air into the furnace. IMP question 2026. Which among the following not mineral of chlorine? Cryolite. Cryolite is not a mineral of chlorine. Which among the following mineral of sulfur? Cinnabar. HGS. What is the approximate ratio of roasted ore, coke and limestone respectively at a blast furnace extraction of iron? 12:5:3. IMP question 2026. Which from following is a molecular formula of siderite? 2023. इथून पुढचे क्वेश्चन IMP करा 51 पासूनचे. 51 पासूनचे क्वेश्चन्स प्लीज नोट हियर, very important for CET 2026 onward to question number 51. 2023 चा क्वेश्चन आहे. इथून पुढचे IMP करा. आता 51 च्या पुढचेच करा, मागचे जे IMP केले तेवढेच करा, कारण त्यातले काही क्वेश्चन्स आहे 2020 आणि नंतर 15 14. ठीक आहे, तर त्यामध्ये IMP जे नोट केले तेवढे IMP करून ठेवा. आणि आता 51 च्या पुढे करा. क्वेश्चन नंबर 51. मॉलिक्युलर फॉर्म्युला ऑफ सिडराइट FeCO3. FeCO3. Identify the ferrous alloy from the following. I am talking about the ferrous. Ferrous, that is all steel. Ferrous म्हणजे काय माहिती का? All steel. All steel are ferrous. So nickel steel. All steels are ferrous. All steel are ferrous alloy. All steel are ferrous alloy. So answer is the nickel steel. Which from following mineral is an ore of iron? The hematite. Hematite is the ore of iron. Hematite. Here written as hematite. Hematite. Fe2O3. हा टेबल IMP करून ठेवा. This is very very important table for 2026 board. Okay, CET as well as the board exam. Magnetite. Which from following is a mineral of copper? Mineral of copper, chalcopyrite. Chalcopyrite is a mineral of chalcopyrite. CuFeS2. Identify mineral of zinc. Mineral of zinc, calamine. Zinc carbonate. Zinc carbonate, ZnCO3. Zinc carbonate, calamine. Okay, this is a very important question. What is the number of moles of sulfur atoms present in n mole of copper pyrite? Copper pyrite has a formula CuFeS2. So this is 1 mole, iron 1 mole and Cu 2 mole. So this is twice here. CuFeS2, copper pyrite. So copper pyrite has a formula CuFeS2, 1 mole copper, 1 mole iron, 2 mole sulfur, 2 mole atoms. 2 mole atoms. Are you getting this one? Identify the element present in copper pyrite. Copper pyrite, CuFeS2. So it has copper, it has sulfur, it has iron also. Iron, copper, sulfur. Copper pyrite. Identify the element present in copper pyrite. Question 2nd May 2024. Okay, get it even. Which from following is a mineral of copper? Mineral of copper. Again chalcopyrite. Chalcopyrite stand for CuFeS2. CuFeS2, chalcopyrite. So this is the table here. Okay, completed. Okay, now start the metallurgy over here. Mid section as a metallurgy, D block metallurgy, and then after metallurgy there is the F block element, inner transition element. Now start the inner transition element. Inner transition elements. Identify chemical twins. No, हा क्वेश्चन करू नका. 2015 आहे. नो नका करू. हा क्वेश्चन नाही आहे, डिलीटेड आहे. 2015 आहे ना. The only radioactive element among the lanthanoid is. The only radioactive element among the lanthanoid is promethium. पण हा जर करायचा असेल तर हा NCERT मध्ये आहे. निओबियम अँड टँटलमचा. ठीक आहे. The only radioactive element among the lanthanide is promethium. Promethium is radioactive element. Atomic number 61. Atomic number 61. What is the general molecular formula of the product obtained on heating lanthanide with sulfur? Lanthanide with sulfur, Ln2S3. Ln2S3. Lanthanide. Lanthanide plus 3 oxidation state. Always remember, plus 3. And sulfur minus 2. Sulfur minus 2. So, lanthanum as the plus 3 and sulfur as the minus 2. Which of the following statement is incorrect for the pair of elements? Both possess the same number of valence electron? No. Both have identical size? No. Both have almost identical radii? No. Both these belong to the same period of periodic table? Yes, it is correct. Okay, right now this is again very important question. The most basic hydroxide from the following. The most basic hydroxide from the following. Lanthanum, due to lanthanoid contraction. Due to lanthanoid contraction. Due to lanthanoid contraction. The highest oxidation state in plutonium. So plutonium shows highest oxidation state, plus 4, plus 6 uranium plus 6, uranium as a plus 6. Which among the following element belongs to second inner transition series? Which among the following element belongs to second transition series? Am, americium is the element. And plus 7 for manganese, plus 7 for Mn, manganese. Second inner transition series. Second inner transition series element. So, second inner transition series element. This is second inner transition series element. Oxidation state, okay, written here. This is oxidation state. Actinum plus 3, thorium plus 4, protactinum plus 5, uranium plus 6 plus 4 also, neptunium plus 5, plutonium plus 4, americium, and all these up to this as a plus 3, nobelium plus 2, and lawrencium as a plus 3. Lawrencium as a plus 3. Okay, get it? This is very important table. Table IMP karaha, important for CET 2026 exam. Okay, get it? Which among the following element belong to second inner transition series? Second inner transition series, actinides. Actinide series. Actinide series म्हणजे 5F series. Second inner transition series, 5F series. Which of the following properties not of actinoids? Hydroxide of these are more basic in nature than lanthanoids. Correct. Some of these ions of these are fairly color. No, these are not fairly color. So this is not of actinoids. Not of actinoids. Binding energy of the 5F orbital is lower than 4F orbital. Correct. These have greater tendency to form complexes. Correct. Identify the formula of lanthanoid oxide form when lanthanoid is burnt in air. Ln2O3. So lanthanum has oxidation state +3 and oxygen has the oxidation state -2. So it should be balanced oxidation state in such a way that lanthanum should be +3 and oxygen should be -2. Lanthanum should be +3 and oxygen should be -2. Next question. Identify the formula of compound in reaction lanthanoid burnt in oxygen. Again, lanthanoid oxygen A, and A react with CO3 in excess to form compound. So again, this is your answer. Lanthanum. Lanthanum, it should be +3 here. It should be +3 here, and it should be the carbonate as a -2. Whole carbonate as a -2. Whole carbonate as a -2. So first, what is the A? A is the Ln2O3. So this is A, na? This is A. But that's the question asked for B, na? Question asked for B. So what is the B? Ln2CO3 thrice. Lanthanum carbonate. Oxidation state should be balanced in such a way that lanthanum should be +3 and carbonate should be -2. Next question. Which among the following lanthanoid has smallest atomic size? Smallest atomic size, samarium. So left to right atomic size decreases. Left to right atomic size goes on decreases due to lanthanoid contraction. Due to lanthanoid contraction, atomic size goes on decreases from left to right. So what is your answer? Samarium. Which following pair of element does not represent chemical twins? Does not represent chemical twins. Zirconium and hafnium are not chemical twins. Identify the correct decreasing order of ionic radii of lanthanoids. Correct decreasing order of lanthanoids. Lanthanum having the bigger size, very big size of lanthanum, and then this is the lutetium, very small size, and this is the intermediate. So atomic size goes on decreases from left to right. So cerium, then praseodymium, then samarium, then gadolinium. Which of the following element exhibit oxidation state other than +3? Other than +3, selenium. Selenium shows the +4 oxidation state. +4. Other than +3 is +4. Because the 4f0 electronic configuration. Cerium plus 4. Which among the following lanthanoids shows only +3 oxygen state? Gadolinium. Gadolinium shows only +3 oxidation state. Terbium shows the +4 oxidation state. Cerium also +4. Neodymium also +4. Which of the following element belongs to first inner transition series? First inner transition series, that is lanthanides. Lanthanides 4f series. 4f series lanthanides. PR. Prosondinium. Which of the following actinoids exhibit only +3 oxidation state? +3 oxidation state, lawrencium. Lawrencium shows only +3 oxidation state. Okay, what is the highest oxidation state exhibited by actinoids? Actinoid shows highest oxidation state +7. Which among the following element is radioactive? PM. PM stands for promethium, atomic number 61. Promethium is only the radioactive element. This is very important question. What are the formula of the compound formed when lanthanoids react with nitrogen and halogens? Nitrogen react, so lanthanum nitride. Oxidation state should be +3, nitrogen -3. Lanthanum here again +3 and each halogen -1. Each halogen -1, so -3 is there. Always remember, okay, compound is formed in such a way that where oxidation state of lanthanide should be +3. I am written here lanthanoid should be +3. Which among the following properties of lanthanoids is not true? These have coordination number greater than 6, correct. These are strongly paramagnetic, correct. These all are non-radioactive. Lanthanoids मध्ये all are non-radioactive. No, it is not true. The exception is the PM promethium. So promethium is the element, they show the radioactivity. Radioactive. PM promethium is a radioactive exception. These are good conductor of heat and electricity. Yes, it is correct. These are the good conductor of heat and electricity. Which among the following lanthanoid hydroxide is strongest base? Strongest base, lanthanum trihydroxide. So oxidation state of lanthanoid should be +3 and this is OH minus. OH minus, so this is 3 OH minus. Which element from following has largest atomic radius? PR. PR stands for the prosondinium. And this is strongest base. Lanthanoid contraction is the answer. Lanthanoid contraction. Lanthanoid contraction. Due to lanthanoid contraction. Due to lanthanoid contraction having bigger size, so this is most strongest base. Identify the last element in lanthanoid series. Lanthanoid series madla last element lutetium. 71 atomic number. Atomic number 71, last element in lanthanoid series. Identify non-radioactive element from the following. Non-radioactive. Neodymium is the non-radioactive element. Neodymium is the non-radioactive element. Which element from following has half filled F orbital in +3 oxidation state? Half filled. So +3 oxidation state. Half filled. This is F7. F7 Cm. Curium म्हणतात त्याला. Curium. It is called as curium. Option 1, uranium, lawrencium, thorium and curium. Curium is the answer where they show the, okay, that's a 5f7 electronic configuration. 5f7 in +3 oxidation state. +3 oxidation state. Which among the following is an actinoid element? Actinoid is the proactinum. Proactinum are the actinoid elements. Remaining are the lanthanoids. What is the number of unpaired electron present in F orbital at +3 oxidation state? So lutetium +3 is equal to 4f14. So 4f14 0 unpaired electron. 4f14 0 unpaired electrons. There is no unpaired electron in 4f14. All electrons are paired. Identify the correct decreasing order of atomic size. Again the lanthanoid and actinoid contraction. Lanthanoids and actinoid contraction. Which among the following lanthanoids form most stable +2 oxidation state? Europium. So europium shows the +2 oxidation state 4f7. 4f7 half filled stability. Due to half filled stability, europium form the +2 stable oxidation state. +2. And okay, identify the strongest base from the following. Lanthanum. Lanthanum strongest base of the following. Lanthanoid contraction. Because lanthanoid contraction. Which among the following element do not have any electron in F subshell either in expected or observed state? Lanthanum. Lanthanum is a D block element. This is D block element. Lanthanum is a D block element. Identify the correct decreasing order of atomic radii from the following. Lanthanoid contraction. Because decreasing order, lanthanoid contraction. Lanthanoid contraction. Left to right atomic size decreases. Identify the element with smallest ionic radii +3 oxidation state. Lutetium +3. Smallest atomic radius. Again this is lanthanoid contraction. Lanthanoid contraction. Due to lanthanoid contraction, left to right atomic size goes on decreases. Left to right, atomic size goes on decreases. Lanthanoid contraction. Which among the following properties of lanthanoid not true? Good conductor of heat and electricity, correct. Strongly paramagnetic, correct. Have greater coordination number than 6, correct. All are non-radioactive. Again, these are all. All is not correct. Promethium is exception. PM. Promethium is radioactive. Radioactive. This is exception. So not all. Promethium is exception, radioactive to lanthanoid. So not true. Which among the following weakest base? Lutetium. Again, this is the lanthanoid contraction. Lanthanoid contraction. Due to lanthanoid contraction, atomic size decreases, basicity decreases. Which among the following pair of element has 1d electron in 5d orbiter to make F orbiter fulfilled? Very good. This is lutetium. Lutetium having the 5d 1, 5d 1, fulfill and half fill respectively. This is very important question. Please note down. IMP question 2026. Which element from following has largest atomic size? Actinium. Again, actinoid contraction. Actinoid contraction. Left to right atomic size decreases. Left to right atomic size decreases among actinoid elements. What is the number of unpaired electrons in F orbital of cerium? 1. It has 1 unpaired electrons in F orbital of +3 oxidation state. So cerium plus 3 is 5d1 unpaired electron in the F subshell. So this is a 4f1 5d0 6s0. So this is only 1 electron in the 4f lanthanoids. Identify the element forming the stable species +4 oxidation state, +4 stable cerium. Why? Because cerium plus 4 is equal to 4f0. 4f0, this is totally empty, and empty has a stability. Which among the following element is not true about actinoids? Not true about actinoids. Most of these elements are not found in nature. Not found in nature. This is not true. This is not true. The actinoids say most of elements not found in nature. These are more reactive than lanthanoids. No, this is not more reactive. This is less reactive. Less reactive. This is incorrect. Actually, this is your answer. Question very, very important. Oxidation number of this ranges from +2 to +8. Correct. General electronic configuration of actinoid represented by radon 5f 0 to 14, 6d 0 to 2, 7s2. Correct. This is again the very important question. These are more reactive than lanthanoids. No, these are less reactive than lanthanoids. Which among the following series of elements is also called rare earth elements? Rare earth elements are lanthanoid series. 4f series. 4f series called as a rare earth element series. Identify the lanthanoid cell element among the following. Promethium. PM. Promethium is lanthanoid and it is radioactive. It is radioactive. Atomic number 61. 61 is the atomic number. Identify inner transition element from the following. So inner transition element is a samarium, Sm. Samarium is the element or inner transition element. Inner transition is a block element. Inner transition is a block. Remaining are the D block. Which from following element is radioactive? Promethium, 61 atomic number. Lanthanides. Only lanthanides are radioactive. Promethium. Only lanthanides are radioactive. Promethium. Identify the actinoid element. Actinoids 5F series element. Second inner transition series, plutonium. Plutonium is a actinoid element. 5F series a second inner transition series element. Identify the correct decreasing order. Again, this is the thorium, protactinium, uranium, neptunium. Actinoid contraction. Actinoid contraction. Due to actinoid contraction, left to right atomic size decreases. Identify lanthanoid element from the following. Lanthanoid 4F series element. Europium is the answer. Identify lanthanoid element from following. So what is the lanthanoid? It is the lanthanoid 4F series. Remaining are actinoids. Which of the following element is doped with to obtain fiber amplifier for optical fiber communication? RBM. IMP का high question, very important for 2026 exam. 2026 exam, very important. RBM is the element used to prepare fiber optics cable. Which from following not lanthanoid element? Hafnium. Hafnium is not a lanthanoid element. The remaining are the lanthanoid and hafnium is the actinoid element. Which from following lanthanoid exhibit no effective magnetic moment in +3 oxidation state? No effective. So lanthanoid. So lanthanum in +3 is equal to 4F0. So if there is 0 unpaired electron, so there is no effective magnetic moment. So this is diamagnetic. This is diamagnetic. Remember here, diamagnetic. Identify the element having smallest ionic size, +3, lutetium. Again, this is the lanthanoid contraction. Lanthanoid contraction. Atomic size goes on, decreases from left to right. Atomic size goes on, decreases from left to right, called as lanthanoid contraction. Which element from following has half-filled 4F orbital? Half-filled 4F, this is 4F7. So 4F7 is the gadolinium. 4F7 is the gadolinium. Half-filled 4F orbital. Which from following property of lanthanoid not true? Not true. These are bad conductor of heat and electricity. No, it is not true. These are soft metal. Correct. Coordination number is usually greater than 6. Correct. These are strongly paramagnetic. Yes, it is also correct. Very important question. Please make a point here. Okay, question number 54. Which from following element belong to actinoids? Actinoids is a 5F series, is the second inner transition series. Curium, curium is your answer. Curium is the actinoid and remaining are the lanthanoids. Which element from following has completely filled F orbital? Completely filled F orbital, so F14. Lutetium. Lutetium is the answer, and this is the 4F14 actually. Lutetium 4F14. Completely filled F orbital. Identify the rare earth element. Rare earth element is the lanthanides. Lanthanides is a 4F series element. 4F series is the lanthanide. So samarium is the answer. And remaining are the D block. No, all these are the D block. This is only the F block elements. Samarium. What is the general formula of lanthanide hydroxide? Lanthanum plus 3, hydroxide OH minus, so Ln OH thrice. Ln, lanthanoid plus 3 oxidation state, always remember. Lanthanum always plus 3 oxidation state, and hydroxide stand for OH minus, so this is 3. Which from following element completely filled 4F orbital? So 4F14. Expected ground state configuration, YB, ytterbium. Completely filled 4F orbital. Ytterbium is the answer. Identify an actinoid element from the following. Actinoid, nobelium is the answer. Nobelium, actinoid is a 5F series element. 5F series. Second inner transition series. Which among the following statement not true about lanthanoids? These exhibit maximum oxidation state plus 4, correct. These do not form complexes easily, correct. These are non-reactive except one element, yes, correct. One element is a promethium. And these form oxocation. No, do not form oxocations. This is wrong, not true. This is your answer. Lanthanoids do not form oxocations. Here written as they form oxocation. This is incorrect. Which from following is lanthanoid element? Lanthanoid 4F series. So what is the 4F series element? Erbium. Erbium is the 4F series element. Which from following lanthanides exhibit plus 4 oxidation state in F7 configuration? Terbium. Terbium is the answer. Terbium plus 4. Terbium plus 4 is equal to 4F7. This is very important question number 63. If Ln represent lanthanoid, find the general formula of lanthanoid hydroxide. Again, very important question. Lanthanoid hydroxide, lanthanoid plus 3, hydroxide OH minus. So this is Ln OH thrice. Repeat question in 2025, 2024 also. Which from following general formula of compound? Again, general formula, carbon. So LnC2. Carbon, lanthanoid carbide. This is called the carbide. LnC2 is a formula when lanthanide react with carbon. Identify the weakest base from the following. So weakest base is the lutetium का smallest size of Lu3 plus का due to lanthanide contraction, due to lanthanide contraction. So due to lanthanide contraction, the size of lutetium plus 3 is very small. And this is normal trend. From left to right, atomic size goes on decreases, called as lanthanide contraction. Identify the element having highest ionization enthalpy. Ytterbium is the answer. Ytterbium shows highest ionization enthalpy because electrons are paired. Orbital are completely filled. Largest ionic size plus 3, again lanthanum. Largest atomic size plus 3 lanthanum due to lanthanide contraction. Due to lanthanide contraction. Identify the lanthanide exhibit zero effective magnetic moment plus 3 lutetium. Why? Lutetium plus 3 is equal to 4f14, 0 unpaired electrons, 0 unpaired electrons. So it is diamagnetic. Always remember, whenever there is diamagnetic, 0 unpaired electron, because all electrons are paired. 4f14, all electrons are paired. Always remember, 4f14, all electrons are paired. Which lanthanoid highest ionization enthalpy? Same question, ytterbium, same. This question is repeat. Which element from following has smallest ionic size plus 3, smallest? Again this is repeated question. Lutetium plus 3. Lanthanide contraction. Atomic size goes on decreases from left to right. Lanthanide contraction. Which lanthanide from the following plus 4 oxygen state F0 cerium. So cerium plus 4 is equal to 4F0. Cerium plus 4F0. What is the number of unpaired electron? Lutetium plus 3 oxygen state. Again lutetium plus 3 is equal to 4F14. So it has a 0 unpaired electrons. All electrons are paired. 4F14, all electrons are paired. That is no unpaired electron. So unpaired electron is 0 and unpaired electron 0. So it is diamagnetic as well as it is colorless. Ion. Always remember, if there is 0 unpaired electron, it should be diamagnetic, it should be colorless. There is no color, white color. Which actinoid plus 3 oxidation state, largest size? Uranium plus 3, largest size due to actinoid contraction. Atomic size decreases from left to right. Always remember. Which from following element belongs to inner transition element, inner transition element, F block elements, F block. So Cm, curium is your answer, curium, and all remaining are the D block elements. These are the D block elements. Which from following is a transition element also included as the post-actinoid element? Transition element D block, transition element D block, post-actinoid after actinoid series, post-actinoid after actinoid. RF, Rutherfordium. Rutherfordium is the element. These are the transition element also included as post-actinoid element, post after actinoid series, after actinoid series. So Z should be greater than 104. Z should be greater than 104. Z stand for atomic number. Z stand for atomic number. Atomic number 104. Identify the inner transition element from the following. Identify inner transition element from the following. Nobelium. Nobelium is the inner transition. Inner transition stands for the F block elements. F block called as the inner transition element. Identify the elements so that the last electron enters n-2 F subcell. n-2 F subcell, it is called as the F block element. F block element. So nobelium is the answer. Nobelium is the actinoid. Actinoids. It has a 5F series. It has a 5F series element. Which from following not a F block element, not a F block element? Cadmium. Cadmium is a D block element. Is a D block element. D block element is the cadmium. Which lanthanoid from following lowest ionization enthalpy? Lutetium. Lowest ionization enthalpy, lutetium. Because of lanthanoid contraction, left to right value, that's the size of atom decreases, so ionization enthalpy should be decreases, lowest ionization enthalpy value, because it has one electron in the d subshell. Which from following element is radioactive? Very, very important question. Radioactive element, promethium. This is very, very important 2026 exam. Please note here. Radioactive element. This is atomic number 61. This is only lanthanoid. Shows radioactivity. Exception to lanthanoids. Which from following element does not belong to a block element? Yttrium. It is D block element. It is D block element. Ytterbium, dysprosium, fermium, remaining are the F block elements. What is the common oxidation state of lanthanoid? +3. Common oxidation state of lanthanoid is always +3. +3. And +2 is the D block element. And +1 is for alkali metals. Alkali metals. Always remember, alkali metal +1, D block +2, and +2 also for alkaline earth metals also is there. Which from following element belong to inner transition series? Inner transition F block series. F block elements. AM stand for americium. TC silver rutherfordium, D block element. D block transition elements. Which element from following not radioactive? Again, this is the not radioactive. Europium. Europium not radioactive है because this is lanthanide. Lanthanide series. Promethium is also lanthanide series, but this is exception to the lanthanide, shows radioactivity. Identify inner transition element from the following. Inner transition stand for F block elements. Polonium. And all these options, remaining 3, are D block. This is D block. Okay, please note down, this is a very important question. Identify inner transition element from the following. D block.